Hi everyone, ako po si Christian from Microsoft. COVID-19 forced us to learn away from our classrooms and into the comforts of our home. So we're away from our beloved students and fellow teachers. But today I'm going to be telling you how we can continue learning in this new environment and how we can continue to communicate and collaborate with our students and fellow teachers. All in all, building better and meaningful connections with each other. So I'm going to be telling you how some digital apps can support your learning as a group or as an individual.
So our course today is maximizing teaching engagement in a safe digital space using digital platforms. And I want to start off by showing you this. I know that because of the pandemic, we are forced to adopt to different learning modalities. So we have online digital, we have offline digital, we have TV, radio, right? We have the pure printed modular approach, and then we have the blended learning, which is a mix of one or two or more, right? So we are forced to adopt to these learning modalities in with the goal of continuing the education for our learners, which is very good, right? Now, I want to be able to tell you some good news that Microsoft can help support the learning modalities that you are pursuing. And I'm not saying that this is 100% in all areas, okay, but it can help where it matters the most, okay? So to be more specific, what I'm going to be talking about is I'm going to be showing you tips on how you can continue your learning activities in the new normal using Microsoft apps. And when I mean by um, helping you, okay, in what areas exactly? So I'm just going to name a few, okay? So you have here three of the learning approaches or learning modalities. You have the printed modular, we have the digital offline, then we have the fully digital. Okay, for printed modular, the best one of the best use cases for Microsoft apps is, well, aside from creating the learning modules using the Office apps, you can centralize your learning modules, right? So that it will be easier to collaborate on these documents between us, the teachers. Okay, so that's one. Or there's just a few. For the digital offline, we can create pre-recorded lectures. We can create interactive presentations, self-grading quizzes. And what's good about this is these resources do not need internet for the students to be able to accomplish and learn from, right? And then for digital online, which is very obvious, we can now create digital classrooms. We can conduct online lectures, which is the obvious one. We can create modules online and then collaborate with other teachers as well. Okay. And on top of that, we can create and grade exams and assignments. Okay. So here we can create learning modules with Word or PowerPoint, but we can also create pre-recorded lectures. And this will help in the online or offline learning of our students. So how do we do this? We just go to PowerPoint and then click on recording and then click on the record slideshow. And what it does is it will project me onto the presentation that I am presenting. And once it's done, I can save the PowerPoint presentation and then give it to my students so that they can learn on their own time. And I don't need any internet for this. Okay. One thing is we also have a file storage, right? So each of us will have a 5 terabyte storage space wherein we can put all of our learning modules here. And aside from the school files, we can also upload our personal files here. What's good about this is we have 5 terabyte storage space to consume. So it's a big space. And then you can also create online quizzes and exams using Microsoft Forms. Okay. Now, what's good about this is the exams here, you can also put them inside your presentation. In what areas can this help? Well, if your student or one of your students have intermittent connections or not a strong connection to the internet, you can provide them with an offline copy of your presentation with assessments already inside. They just have to answer, and then you also can this on top of you recording yourself in the PowerPoint presentation. It's a complete experience for the students. And how do you do that? Well, inside Microsoft PowerPoint, you just go to Insert, and then you go to Forms. And then you just type in and create your online quiz. Well, not online, sorry. You can create your quiz right then and there. Okay? And then you can conduct online classes using Microsoft Teams as well. So all of this that you can see, you can do using Microsoft Teams. So you can deliver online lectures, right? As you can see here, you have your whiteboard over to the upper left, and then on the middle you can project the presentations. And then here, as you can see on the right side, you can impose yourself on the presentation itself, so you can have that kind of experience for your students. So all of that is possible in Microsoft Teams. And you can also collaborate and co-author learning modules with your fellow teachers real time inside Microsoft Teams. Okay, so this is very helpful because uh, one, it centralizes the document creation and co-authoring, and it provides you with a backup. And since it's already there in Teams, it's very convenient for you to distribute it to your students. Okay. And here's another thing, you can also improve the reading fluency of all your learners automatically using Reading Progress. So what it does is you can post reading assignments, and what happens is the students will read the text, and then Microsoft Teams will identify the mispronounced words or maybe errors while the students are reading. It will show you how much the students fared in answering your reading exercise. You didn't know that, right? So that's one of the new features in Microsoft Teams that can help improve reading. Now, this would help you in your uh, online delivery of lectures. You can create the digital classrooms for your students. And once you are able to create these digital classrooms, you can post your assignments, you can post your announcements, or you can post your reviewers, pointers, or any type of resources that you want to share to your students inside this group. And they can communicate back to you. Another thing is you can also conduct live events with up to 20,000 attendees using Microsoft Teams live event. Now, this is helpful for the school as a whole because you can create large scale events. Say, for example, you can create um, inter-school competitions, math quiz bee, spelling bee. You can host them live here in Microsoft Teams for everyone to watch. Okay. So these are just a few of the many activities that you and the students can do. Well, stating the obvious here, you can conduct virtual kumustahan or virtual classes, which I think at this point you already know. If you can conduct virtual classes, you can also conduct virtual graduations here in Microsoft Teams. Okay. You can also conduct class elections for your classroom. Because Microsoft Teams has a built-in Microsoft Forms, you can also um, create a poll wherein students can cast their votes as who is the president, who is the vice president, and it's built in within Microsoft Teams. And then, of course, you can also conduct your own private tutoring sessions with specific students, and it will work the same. Okay. So these are just a few of the many applications for Microsoft Teams to help build the connection still, despite the pandemic, despite the ongoing restrictions in the face-to-face classes. These are the apps that can help you stay in touch with your students and deliver the lectures that you need. Understood? Okay. So how do we get started? Well, first off, I need you to activate your account, your Microsoft account. So that's number one. Once you activated your account, just go to teams.microsoft.com, and I'm going to introduce to you a bit about how Teams will work. Okay, so Teams is kind of like a Facebook. So the activity here is similar to the notifications in Facebook. The chat here is similar to the Facebook Messenger, wherein you can send messages privately to your students or fellow teachers, right? You can create group chats here as well. The Teams is where you can create a group with your class. This is where you can create your own digital classroom for you and your students, and then you can conduct your online classes there. You can do this here. And then if you want to schedule video calls and live events, you can just go to calendar and then go to the upper right hand side of the screen, click on new meeting, and then you can either schedule a meeting, a webinar, or a live event. Okay. So I want you to get started today. This is not a full-on demo, obviously, but if you want to learn more about Microsoft Teams, what I did is I've written down different articles in Tagalog. All you have to do is access this link, bit.ly/msquicktutorials, and you get access to all of these courses about Microsoft Teams. And to name a few, you have courses like paano makakuha ng Microsoft Teams in 2 easy steps, paano gumamit ng video call sa Microsoft Teams in 4 easy steps, paano gumamit ng live event feature sa Microsoft Teams, and then paano i-automate ang reading assignments gamit ang Microsoft Teams. So lahat ng ito and more you get to see on this link. Alright? And what's more is you can also conduct class activities with your students using Minecraft Education Edition. Okay, it's free for everyone who has a DepEd-provided Microsoft account. All you need is to activate it and go to Minecraft.net. Okay, and what's good about this is you can explore different worlds depending on the subject that you are teaching or the current interest, or maybe just whatever it is that you want to conduct with your class. So you have virtual worlds fit for history and culture, arts and design, literacy and language. It's up to you. Okay. So these are all of the apps that you get just by activating your account. This is everything, and what I shown you are just a few of the many things that you get. Okay. Now, I will do you one better. Bibigyan ko din kayo ng additional resources if you want to learn more about how to activate your M365 account in 3 easy steps. You can just go to this article here. You can also go to this article if you want to learn more about how to reset your passwords in 4 easy steps. And then here you can also learn more about how you can download Minecraft Education Edition in 3 easy steps. All of this is still under the same link, bit.ly/msquicktutorial. So I'm just going to leave this here para makopy din ninyo. So after today, I want you to explore your account and explore Microsoft Teams. And I hope that after today, you'll be able to conduct or build on that connection with your students further using the different Microsoft apps. Okay, so let's get them. First and foremost, again, let's activate your M365 account. Once that you have access, you're able to activate your account, you can access your M365 apps on the office.com link. You can download Teams at teams.microsoft.com. And then you can download Minecraft on this link, education.minecraft.net. It's quite a long link, but feel free to save it here. Okay, so that's all, and I hope that this brings value to you. And after today, you can already download Teams and try to create digital classrooms for your students. Try and explore them.
And there we go. So I hope that we have learned much on this course. Just know that if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. So on behalf of Microsoft, maraming salamat po. Ako po si Christian Katahan. Have a nice day.